Alright, so let's continue the story. Let's talk to Aviadus.
Oak Hollow. I saw it. Mainsty. It doesn't exist. Is it because of me? My memories.
Cool. I was hoping you to say something a little bit more important, but I guess. Oh, is this the bait? Is this why they set it up? Yes. We're going all in, baby!
Here.
You hand the anchor stone to Augusta, who slashes it into pieces.
Why did you...
Buling mentioned even something small could have a great influence. The smaller, the more unnoticed. Come, stand with me to face our reckoning. Let this small thing pry open the cracks in fate's door.
Okay. Let's see how they're gonna present this. Anchor stone fragment. Wait, what? Wait, I just saw people.
Hopefully this helps.
Yeah, we have to defeat them. I was like, can we just like skip through this?
Pathetic struggle.
You're next, buddy.
Barely fast.
Okay, she can shoot bubbles from behind him, which is something interesting. Alright. Next.
Honor cannot be
What
sunk.
the heck are you guys? Oh. Okay, I was like, it turned gray and then it did not turn gray. Right, next. Someone's laying on the floor. What the? Real people? What the? Where's all the monsters?
Winners win.
That's right. Winners win. Winner never lose.
Sing of my triumph. Never surrender.
Okay.
Honor cannot be sunk.
Okay.
Calls, waves follow. Hopefully this helps. Waves rise. Judgment strikes!
Fight by my side.
I am just spamming. I am just spamming.
For the eternal sun. One strike is enough.
Wow. So epic. What's that thing around her? That looks pretty cool. Oh. I messed that up. Oh. Oh, this again? What? Wait, what? Did she clear like the sky with her shot or something?
Go chase your fate, Augusta.
Sun and moon. Create the eclipse. Alright. Looks like we're finally here. Yeah, she blew a rift in the fall. Wait. For some reason, I thought those are eyes. the sunbeam. I'm like, is there eyes in the fog? No, it's just a reflection of the sun. I guess the graphics just got that good that they're like, yep, we're showing off our cool, the cool scenery. Yeah, give a 10 out of 10 for scenery. Atmospheric feel. What's wrong?
Nothing, just something on my mind. Do you still remember what the Whispers told me 16 years ago?
No, I don't think you even told us.
The dark tide answers only to strength.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, you
Those
told us.
without it are doomed to be forsaken. Now I think of it, it is rather interesting. I've never told anyone this before, but ever since the dark tide decided to forsake me, those broken whispers have never left. They echoed in every battle, telling me when to dodge, when to strike. But with each opponent that fell, the whispers began to fade. Until I became the Ephor. That's when they returned.
No, it makes
Louder,
sense.
never giving me a single moment of peace. I tried to shut them out. But every time I strayed from their guidance, fate would strike me down in the cruelest of ways. I thought I was the master of my fate. But the truth is, they always knew the path better than I ever could. The old prophecy about Raguna that they once whispered to me has come true. Now, it is time for me to put their power to the test.
Leave it to me.
Confronting Augusta. During combat, Augusta slowly builds up her momentum. When the momentum bar is full and turns yellow, she enters the attack preparation stage. After a while at yellow, the momentum bar will turn red, and Augusta will launch her attack. Casting Resonance Liberation interrupts Augusta's attack, and she'll recharge momentum from the start. Okay.
What?
Wait, so she's just wait.
What exactly
Wait, she said wait.
Augusta?
They said liberation. That's my ultimate, so I have to attack her.
Tempest of slashes.
I guess. I was actually expecting a different type of unique way of fighting, but I guess that's what they chose.
Wind howls. Unfettered by bounds.
Wait, she dodged it? She dodged it? I mean, no, for sure, it's cool. Like, I get it. It's cool that you get to fight a resonator, right?
The wicked will face judgment.
But overall, I failed. I'm guessing I failed.
One of the prophecies speaks of a hero of heroes. As I see it, you, Rover, fit that image well.
As long as that void exists, you control your story. Your existence is the meaning itself.
So this is her plan. Using this battle to mark me a hero of heroes so the temple's prophecy will be fulfilled. Augusta.
Finally caught on, huh?
I have realized this is the duty I must fulfill.
Stupid. Kind of late reaction there.
The one to stand beside me for the throne is you. And only you.
What the? Hold on, hold on.
Tempest of slashes. The wicked will face judgment.
I think I missed. Yeah, I think I missed.
I am the Tempest.
Did I miss? Yeah, I missed. My gosh.
Hopefully this helps.
Nice shot.
Do not waver. Step forward and receive the divine gift. With this power, you shall rise as the one true ruler of Septimont.
And glory return with the blood of the old king. You proved the prophecy true. So why now? Why this sudden urgency to stop me from fulfilling it? Unless I was your target all along. That power you spoke of was always just a trap. Answer me. Who are you? And what did you do to Angel?
How foolish, Augusta. The will of the divine is not to be questioned. Alas, matters are too small to comprehend the grand vision.
Rover, what is stopping you from being Septimon's hero of heroes?
Too much of responsibility.
You, the unwritten one, are blessed to shape your own fate. And I must walk my own path as ruler. Go, fulfill the prophecy that was always meant to be. I give my blood, so that the true hero may rise.
Okay. We continuing the fight? No.
Praise faithless one. Receive the judgment of the heavens. The sacred crucible shall reshape your soul.
Fool. I already said Raguna's divinity didn't get a seat on the ship.
This is your end, Augusta.
But we're not done just yet.
Insolent heretic. Above all, if this is what you want, we shall grant you an endless beast of despair.
test my sword.
What haunts you, my teacher?
A hero shouldn't fall to the dark tide. I need my sword to fight back.
Please, take it. Take it and fight for what you believe in. A loser, left with nothing. How wrong you are.
My lady,
People follow
allow
us,
me to join you.
for it never fails to light their way. This is how I rule. I will show you. This.
At least she got out. Somehow. Hey, the music's ramping up. Hold on, hold on.
We meet again, my friend. It seems my will won't let me miss a chance to fight side by side. Come, Rover. I've been waiting for this moment.
I'll switch.
Hopefully this helps.
Let Rover be the shield, and Augusta be the sword. What I meant by shield is he's the one that's gonna be taking the damage.
We keep it together.
Because Rover is the healer in the team.
This is my moment. Pathetic struggle. Invincible.
Wind calls, waves follow. Keep it together. Waves rise.
That's annoying move he's doing there.
The wicked will face judgment.
Fight by my side. Rulers rule.
Hey,
Winners win. Yeah.
where'd he go? Where'd he go?
It ends.
We lost sight of him. Oh. Well, we wasted our ultimate. Well, I guess.
Wind rises.
Alright, let's lock onto him. He's kind of like disappearing from the screen, so this is my first time using the lock on to fight a boss or to fight anything.
Wind howls.
He's just disappearing on the screen too much. Yeah.
It's finally come to this. This is how a true battle should be. Robert,
Okay. Okay. He's fine. He's having some resistance. He's showing some resistance. I'm pressing R, and R is not working. There we go. I don't really know her moveset because I don't have enough practice with her. But you know, spamming always works.
One strike is enough.
Can I even do damage? I feel like I can't even do any damage.
Wind calls. Wait. I am the Tempest.
Music's pretty cool though.
Tempest of slashes.
No, not a bad music choice for this boss. Oh, there he is. See, the lock-on is pretty useful in this fight. Uh-oh. Okay, Rover? Rover, the shield? Rover, you heard the shield? Oh, Augusta's almost dead. Actually, I think she probably did die. Well, healer, do your job. Heal Augusta.
Will face judgment. Wind rises.
Oi, oi, oi.
Hopefully this helps.
Wind howls. Unfettered by bound.
No! We were able to do an epic ultimate finish. Hey, your sword got small.
Spirits lost to the dark tide. I hear your cries. Join me in
Her sword got big again.
Let that force within it witness what true heroes are. What it means to wield unshakable power.
We ride with roar.
Oh.
May applause greet you, heroes of September.
Oh, she created that wave, huh? The after effect on the ground. Yay, shining bright now, not corrupted by the dark tide.
A hard-won battle, wasn't it?
And yet victory still chose our side.
Yes. It's all thanks to you, Rover. Septimon's hero of heroes.
In that case, I could say the same to you. As the prophecy goes, the hero of heroes, wielding extraordinary power, rising from the dark tides. As I see it, you, Augusta, fit that image well.
Extraordinary power. That's a bit much. I know my limits. But I do think I've earned that title. And it's one we could share together.
Sword shiny.
Besides, the temple never said there could only be one hero of heroes.
What really happened to you in the dark tide? I thought you might have...
It wasn't a pleasant experience. But in a strange way, it was refreshing. If you want to hear the full story, I'll tell you another time. But back inside the dark tide, I think the lost frequencies were always guiding me, shaping who I was becoming. Even trapped in that abyss of despair, those fallen heroes never gave up. They lit a faint, warm light in the dark for me. And you, along with everyone who stood by me. Without you, we couldn't have won.
That's
this
right.
battle.
He didn't die. Well, maybe part 2. Maybe part 2 he'll die.
Perhaps the title of ruler is too narrow and too hollow to define the true spirit of humankind. A civilization's glory is forged by generations of brave souls. It was never meant to be one person's medal of honor.
I want to ask you something.
He's like, yeah. I want to ask you something. I was
Why
just
did
letting
you ask
you
me to join the hunt?
speak.
Because my warriors and I wanted to fight beside someone like you. And that hasn't changed.
Yeah.
But I will be honest. Part of it was because of your unwritten fate. I'd been preparing for this hunt for a long time. At first, all we had were a few vague glimpses from the priestesses, and a handful of prophetic murals. No one knew when or how the disaster would strike. And then you showed up. You've surely seen the unfinished mural in the temple, the blank wall and the unwritten fate. So I took a gamble, believing you were the key to this hunt. I couldn't explain it back then, not when I wasn't certain myself. But in the end, we realized what that blank represents. And my gamble paid off. The one who deserves to be a hero of heroes, with power over the Earthrend Wedge. Thank you for your trust.
This is my response to your trust. And the promise I swore to keep.
Now it's time for me to honor my promise. This is the end of our journey. The Earthrend Wedge. It hasn't been quite what I expected. But I'm very glad we made it this far together.
Imperator.
Go. I'll wait for you here.
All right. Let's go. Let's go. What is the message left behind from Imperator? What are you gonna show us? What are you gonna tell us? What the? Is that a compass?
A discord.
Discord?
This warmth. I feel you, Imperator. I better get back.
Well, I'm expecting something else, but I guess it's a setup for the next part, huh? Or the next story. Now that I thought of it.
Did you find what you seek?
Never mind.
A discoid. Looks like a compass.
That's what I said.
The structure's odd. There might be a hidden compartment inside. Can you try opening it?
I'll try. I can't.
If this relic was left by the Sentinel, brute force won't get us anywhere. We'll need a different approach. Maybe a special key, a mechanism, or a password? Any ideas?
Yeah, I was thinking about the Black Shores. Why Cardathea? Unless Cardathea is by the Black Shores. Which is going to be the same answer as the Black Shores. We'll just say Cardathea.
There's a friend of mine who, well, she knows a lot about Imperator. She might be able to help solve this mystery. More importantly, her powers are unique. The Earthrender's holding back the Dark Tide for now. But those sudden outbreaks and the way it's fixated on you, it's not just a coincidence. If anyone can put an end to the Dark Tide's threat in Septimont, it's her.
Sounds like someone worth meeting. Do introduce me later. I'm curious what kind of person she is. But one thing I'm sure of, she must be a formidable opponent, and a figure to be respected. Like you.
Sure is.
You two share a lot in common, actually. I think you'd get along. I'll reach out to her once we're back. She wasn't able to travel before due to some unavoidable reasons. But now, I think the timing's right.
All right. Let's set all this aside and enjoy the victory we've earned. There's probably a bonfire roaring at the encampment by now. Rover, it's time to return to those waiting for us. We won this battle, but the war is far from over. The road ahead still steeped in blood and thorns. But with you, and everyone who stood beside us, the banner of Septimont will never fall. With the eternal sun as my witness, the name of hero belongs to you all.
Cristofaro! Hello there. It's been a while.
What a beautiful ending, my near-perfect protagonist. I must confess, even I didn't see this coming. Should this be your final act? No. No, allow me this small indulgence as your creator. The quill of fate may be sharp and cold, but still I want to see how far the soul I created can go.
Paper birds?
After all,
Paper
it's
cranes?
the stories that sink deepest into the mire that stir the heart most, don't you think?
Maybe that was symbology. Why a metal into paper cranes? Oh! Oh, she has a gun!
It's been a while, Rinesita.
She looks really hot.
What prey do we hunt this time?
The Trenodian.
Oh. It's an interesting pistol she has there. Unless it's a... Unless it's sawed-off shotty. By Sun's Burning Hand. Yay, we're finished. We're finished. That's not like part 1, right? I think. Yeah, I think it's part 1. At least that's what I've heard. More, maybe that is just 2.6. I don't know. But, okay, obviously I'm super tired too. Cause, you know, backlash from not that much sleep 2 days ago. Okay, so, let's go somewhere awesome. So I can kind of talk about I can recollect some of my thoughts on the story. And kind of like tell you guys what my opinion is of 2.6. Oh, look at that. I do kind of want to go up there as well. Oh, would you look at that? Alright. Right now, we'll just call this 2.6. The first half of 2.6. And then we'll see if there's... I'm pretty sure there's like a... Okay, let's just ask the internet. Because I don't want to be too sure. Or just taking a guess. Okay. And Google says yes.
To my connection
Wuthering
with the
Waves
world around me.
2.6 update is a 2-part expansion featuring a main story quest split into 2 acts. Okay, so pretty much the first act is the sun, and the second one is going to be the moon. Yeah, so I guess we're just going to be talking about the first act, which is the sun. I kind of need to go use the bathroom too. So I guess I'm going to be using the bathroom before I do my take. So let's just park him somewhere right here. Okay, I really need to go. For my take on 2.6 storyline. Oh boy, we just finished the 2.6 storyline. And boy, I either have a lot to say or nothing or not much.
Just like the treasure chest from the stories.
Okay, so first, let's switch into to Augusta. And actually, let's go pick some pretty flowers.
Where my blade leads, triumph follows.
Teleport. Okay, so the first thing I want to say is the beginning, the setup of the story. Well, how do I remember it? Something we'll talk about Abby, and then we're supposed to meet Augusta, and then we went to go meet Augusta. She chucked her sword at us. Wait. Yeah. She chucked her sword at us, and pretty much told us to join the hunt to stop the Black Tide. What's that Black Tide? The Dark Tide. And then yeah, we rode on some griffins to go to this place called, what's it called? Special Plateau. This place. Sanguis Plateus. Yeah. And then we got here, and then we met up with Ayano here. Where are my flowers? What else? And then we were chasing. Actually, we got attacked by that T-Rex. We got attacked by the T-Rex, and then we met up with Ayano, who kind of shot her arrow at the T-Rex. So pretty much, basically, the man, how do I say this? The setup for the story, what the? Oh, let's get out of here. The setup for the story, it's pretty basic. Like, it does work. How they're trying to set it up to kind of speed up the dark tide, and Augusta wants answers, right? Obviously, Ayuno kind of want answers too. I get it. They're technically trying to tackle two characters at the same time. Obviously, this quest is more focused towards Augusta, since it said like the sun, right? You know, the first part is the sun, so we'll have to see if the second part, you know, matches up with the moon. Okay, so I'm kind of going all over the place. Pretty much, one of my main issue about Wuthering Waves, at least in general, is like their storyline, like their storytelling, like their storytelling is in, I guess, their decision to kind of like place in information where it's needed. Like the example I said before, like, screw in that screw, but first go grab the screwdriver. Like, it doesn't, like, they tell you what to do and then they explain it after. Like, it's like saying punch first, explain why you're punching after. It doesn't really work that well, especially if it's at random times, right? When they're telling, okay, this is the mission, and then suddenly they just throw in like big emotional stuff that I'm just like, okay, this kind of came out of nowhere. Like, it's like sucker punch in your face. And not only that too, I still feel like we barely know that much about Ayuno and Augusta. At least everything came so fast that it's kind of hard to sink in. Now, you could just say, turn off your brain and just take it as it is. Now, okay, we could do that route. We could go that route. But by going that route, that kind of like, that still hinders the story. Okay, where's my flowers? Yeah, that still hinders the story. So, which also means that if people accept turning off your brain and just enjoy the story for what it is, then that means don't expect the story to be any more grandeur than it could possibly be, right? I mean, this is going to be a harsh take, but technically, just go the Genshin Impact route, because you can't tell a good story. You don't know how to tell a story, a deeper story, right? Yeah, and that will technically be like an insult more than, you know, more than not. Yeah, because that means that Wuthering Waves story is gonna be competing against Genshin Impact. Alright, and that's something I would say Wuthering Waves should not be heading towards. What else? What else did I want to mention? Okay, I guess I'll go for which characters do I like and what characters do I not like. Let me reset my stuff right here. Okay, I think okay. I do like Ayano more, right? The priestess. I do like her more. Her personality, well, not personality, her voice actor, I do feel like it matches her pretty well. Yeah, her matches her as in like personality to how she kind of moves, how she kind of talks. Like, I feel like she does like put effort into playing that character, right? So I'm like, yeah, I like it. Augusta, she's kind of almost like the opposite, where I'm like, it is a little rough to kind of believe her, what to call it. She's okay. I would say it could be better, but she's okay. I would prefer her to be. I guess what I'm saying is, Augusta wasn't believable as a ruler or a leader. I mean, granted, maybe I'm not paying attention. But my take is, I just feel like she got it because she's just a badass character and she wanted it, so she got it. But I feel like she kind of lacked the leadership role, right? The ruler role of Septimont. I mean, but which is fine too. Obviously, I think they even mentioned in the story that, like, it's she needed people to kind of help her out, or friends and stuff like that. Right. So I'm like, I guess, but overall, she wasn't that convincing. Oh yeah, I wanted what's his name? That weird guy that we met. I wanted him to die. I've got his name. Oops. I forgot. Augusta doesn't do any damage. Let's get out of here. We're supposed to collect more flowers. Is there any more flowers? We ran out of flowers. Oh. We gotta go to this guy. Okay. What else is there to mention? Okay, I'll make it a little bit more shorter. So the whole story itself. I'll talk about that. So the whole story. Like, do I like it? Do I not like it? Does it work? Does it not work? Would it, yeah, could have been better, obviously. Okay, so my take on the whole story is it does work. It's not like it's the worst idea ever. I would even say this 2.6 is what his story is way better than 2.4. I still think 2.4 is garbage. Yeah, 2.4 is so bad. It's not the worst, but it's like pretty much almost the worst. Yeah, so that's one thing going for it. 2.6 is better than 2.4. 10 toes down. 10 toes down. Now, the issue of 2.4... Oops, we're supposed to go the opposite way. The issue of 2.4 is just that... It's just the decision of... like, what they want to tell us. Because there are points... Okay, let me think. There are slow points in the story, or unnecessary... What do you call it? Unnecessary content that they focused on. That's unnecessary. Like, I would say 2.6 did have a lot of yapping that they could have just cut it in half. I think the whole 2.6, if they cut all of the yapping in half, I think I would have rated just a little bit higher. Yapping is in, like, there were just times where there were just some conversations where I'm just like, dude, this is so boring. This is so dumb. This is immersion breaking. One example I can think of right now is when they first contacted Buling. Yeah, the first contacted Buling, right? When Buling came out as a hologram explaining about, you know, trying to work with Augusta and stuff, like, dude, like, Augusta and Buling was talking so slow. I'm just like, if no one complains about this, then I'm like, they're just gonna keep going. Like, their comments, like, I don't know, they were in slow motion. It was so boring. It was so immersion breaking. I'm just like, I guess. And whatever they talked about, I'm just like, you guys could have just summed it up in like 2 sentences, and it would have worked out regardless. The worst part is they kept repeating it too, because after the first time the hologram of Buling came up, later they kind of re-summarized what they talked about later, and I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. Like, I get it. Maybe some people might not pay attention, but I would still say, like, what a waste. What a waste of, like, content, right? Just cut it short. There's no point of it. Even a demonstration was so basic. I'm just like, it wasn't even like, what do you call it? Like, it didn't even put me in. It didn't even draw my attention to keep focusing on the game when that was happening. What else is there? Okay, right now that's all I'm gonna leave with that. Now I'll talk about the things that I like about 2.6. So the first thing that I can think of at the top of my head is, I guess, fighting Augusta was pretty fun. And fighting a Resonator, I think that's the first time we fought a Resonator, right? Yeah, because I don't really count Big Mommy Cardathea or Fortaleza. Yeah, I don't count her. So this is probably the first time we fought a Resonator. Yeah, so, and it's Augusta, a character that we played through the story. So that's like a positive. So I do like that. I just don't like the mechanics, I guess, of the combat. Like use your ultimate when Augusta's bar is red, so you can kind of counter her. I mean, I don't know. I get. Yeah, I was like, where the heck did that come from? What else did I like? I like. Oh yeah, the morals, right? When it was the moral scene, like I was complaining at first, like they were saying like, hey, you know, this and that, and they weren't giving any explanation or any foundation to the story, and then like they did explain it like shortly after, right? So I'm like, I kind of forgave them for that. I'm like, okay, good thing is they explained why he like the guy with the weird armor, like what he explained why he was more focused on the prophecy than Augusta, right? Because I was like, that's kind of weird. But unfortunately, he said it afterwards, so that's why I'm like, it's out of order. Like it doesn't make too much sense. But I'll forgive it. I'm like, yeah, I do like it. At least I had some depth into it. What else did I like? I guess the music. The music was pretty good. Fighting Augusta and fighting the false sovereign. I think the music for both of them, I mean, unless they were both the same, which I don't think so. Yeah, the music, the BGM was pretty awesome. I like it. What else is there? Oh yeah, I did like the scene, even though I did kind of shit on it a little bit. I did like the scene when the first time the false sovereign was being summoned and Ayuno shot her arrow at it, and then she almost got like tainted or corrupted by the dark tide. I'm like, oh, that was pretty cool, but at the same time, that was out of nowhere. So that's why I'm kind of like, I have a weird feeling of it. I'm like, I do like it, but I don't know why. I don't know how that happened. That's the only thing where I'm just like, if they can make that make sense, then I would forgive it more and I would put it more of a positive. But it's more like a mix. I think that's all I can recall at the moment. The final, I do know that some people might be thinking about, oh, what about that final finishing swing that Augusta did against the false sovereign that like took it out, you know? And I'm like, it's I don't know, it's something. I mean, I could kind of predict that it was going to happen, something like that was going to happen, you know, the power of, pretty much a savior, right? Like to kind of like end this misery. I'm like, yeah, I get it. It's pretty straightforward. That's why I wasn't really impressed with the finish or the finishing cutscenes and stuff like that. I'm like, I guess that's something. It's more like I'm just neutral on it. It's not like I hate it or it's not like I like it. It's just something. I believe that. Oh no, there's one more. I just remembered. So we also went to that beacon. I'm just gonna call it that huge beacon because I forgot what they called it. Right, just to kind of find out what the Sentinel was leaving behind for Rover to kind of like find out. I was actually thinking we're gonna be hearing the Sentinel talk again, or maybe a flashback or something. But we just got a compass, right? And then I'm like, okay, we got a compass. So pretty much, Imperator left us. So the story goes, Imperator separated himself, a part of himself, away from before getting corrupted by the Thronian, and then that piece was found in 2.4 when we were doing Lupa's story, right? It's a Sentimont story, but then that piece floated away to this section of the story, 2.6, and then what we found out from it was just a compass, which I'm like, why can't we get the compass after when we solve the Lupa situation in 2.4? Why should it be come over here? Now maybe the Sentinels like power, whatever left over, was kind of helping out, like what do you call it? Like preventing the dark tide from kind of like blowing up, whatever. But I don't think they said that. Not that I recall. I don't think they kind of used that as an example, or as a force, as a reason. So I'm like, I don't know. And the worst part too is, sure, we covered the compass. We finally found we got the compass from Imperator, but we still don't know what to do. Pretty much, it's a plot device to progress the story further. Probably to 3.0. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, so now I believe that's all I can remember as of the moment. So now I'm going to give it my rating for pretty much the first half of 2.6. Let me take care of this at the moment. Okay. Rating. Ooh, I did say I like it more than 2.4. I'm gonna give 2.6 6.5. I'll give it 6.5 out of 10. Yeah, 6.5 out of 10. That's a good rate. Yeah, that's about the rating that I would say. It's not a 7. If push come to shove, I could give it a 6. But I'll say 6.5. My rating for 2.4 was a 5 out of 10. The whole story. The whole 2.5, it's a 5 out of 10. So yeah. 2.6 is 6.5 out of 10. I wouldn't, okay, to be honest, if someone was to ask me, should they skip 2.6 or just press the skip button, I'm like, yeah, just skip it. Skip it until you see scenes that are pretty much played, or like, like action scenes or whatever, and then just watch the ending. That's it. To be honest, it's not really that worth it. Just skip it. There's too much dialogue, too much nonsense that doesn't really matter too much. The whole story, pretty much that is my rating. 6.5 for the whole story. So it's like, yeah. And then it's like, okay, now let's compare it to a story. So what story is worth not skipping, right? That I played through. I would say 1.2. That's like Firmament. That's when we went to go save Jue at Firmament, right? Mount Firmament. Yeah, so I like that one. That one was a 8? No. Yeah, I think that was 8. That one's 8 out of 10. Yeah, I really like that one. Even though it was pretty straightforward to some cases. And then another one I liked was, ooh, actually, I guess 2.0? I guess 2.0 wasn't that bad. 2.0 was like a 7. Yeah, I think 2.0 was a 7 out of 10. I just didn't like the, well, what do you call it? The sneaky, the avoiding, you gotta avoid the the security guys. I think those are the only two I can think of at the moment. Yeah. 1.2. Or is it 1.1? It's gotta be 1.2, right? Because there's no way it's 1.1. Okay, let me check. Unless it is 1.1. Wuthering Waves. 1.1. Mount Firmament, right? Oh, never mind. It is 1.1. No, wait. It doesn't... I don't know. Somehow, for some reason, I'm kind of doubting. Okay. It's 1.1. Yeah. So, never mind. It's not 1.2. 1.1 Wuthering Waves was an 8 out of 10. 2.0 was a 7 out of 10. Those are my two highest storylines. Yeah, that I pretty much rated high. Right? Rated high. Everything else was technically under a 7. Everything else was under a 7. Yeah. And the lowest that I've given was a 3. I don't think I went under a 3. So from 3 to 7. Like anything from 3 to like 6.5, I usually would just say just skip it. Like it's not really worth watching. or like, you know, try to enjoy, just skip it. Yeah, grab the mats and just ascend your characters. But yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, obviously one of the main reasons why I wanted to play the story today is because I needed materials to unlock this girl to get to like level 80, and the only way to unlock that area was to play through the story. Right? And now that we're done, we're finally free until the second part comes out. Right? Now the thing is, I do understand this is only the first half, right? So when the second half comes out, and I give my opinions, my rating on it, and then I give like a full rating on like part 1 and part 2, then we'll see if it's gonna be higher than 6.5. But there is a chance it might even reduce the score to a 6 or even to a 5. We'll never know. So an example is 2.4. 2.4 came out with 2 stories, at least like 2 halves, first half and second half. The first half of 2.4, I gave it a 6. The second half, right? Yeah. No, wait. No. The first half, I gave it a 5 out of 10. The second half, I gave it a 6 out of 10. And then overall rating of both, I rounded it to just 5 out of 10. Yeah. But yeah, aside from that, we are done with 2.6 story. Yeah, story rating, story talk, and anything else. Unless someone brings up something. I don't know what else to kind of say about it. That is my honest take of it. I paid attention as much as I can. I complained as much as I can, or gave my opinions as much as I can, while throughout the whole story. So, you know, it is what it is. That's how I'll kind of say it, right?